Hello, and welcome to Harvest Girls International's All Girls Matter Self-Esteem Academy. I'm Miss Nichelle, your lead facilitator, and I am so excited to be with you on this journey today. I cannot believe that it's been a month already since we talked about last month's topic, but this month is a biggie, so I hope that you're excited. I hope you've got mom or dad or grandma or somebody with you, because this is a big one that everybody can benefit from. So today we're going to talk about self-esteem. And I know that as girls and as young women, we hear that word a lot, self-esteem, or you'll hear someone say, oh, she has low self-esteem, or she has really high self-esteem. And you're probably wondering, what does that even mean? What is self-esteem? So we're going to start with just the definition of that, okay? And I know you have your worksheet with you. So excited. So we're going to start with just the very beginning and what the definition of self-esteem is, okay? So self-esteem is confidence in one's own worth or abilities and self-respect, or it's the way that people think about themselves and how worthwhile they feel. So basically, it's how much you value yourself. So let's think of yourself as an object at a store. And would you be an object that is in the, the electronics counter? You know how when you go buy a new cell phone, they've got them locked up because they're very valuable? Or are you going to be in the 99-cent section of the store? Okay. So the higher your self-esteem, you're going to be locked up in that valuable section. Lower self-esteem, you're going to be in the 99-cent section. You might be on clearance. Okay, but what we want to talk about today is how to keep your self-esteem high and how to boost it on days when you're not feeling so great. So no matter who you are and no matter who we are, even Beyonce has days where her self-esteem is not the greatest. And all of us have days where we don't feel the best. So how can we keep that going? I want to give you an example. So basically, self-esteem comes from here. And that may sound really odd, but everything starts here. So whether you think you can or you can't, whether you think you have the power or you don't, it's all up here. It's a mind game. So let me ask you this. Have you ever gone to a basketball game? I love Pacers games. Now this is going to show you how old I am. I used to love to go to games. This will probably kind of relate to your parents when Reggie Miller would play, okay? So I love Pacers games. I love going to a basketball game, or even a high school basketball game or a middle school basketball game, and somebody gets fouled. Okay, so basically they've been pushed, something's happened, and they get a free throw. So what happens during a free throw, and I'm just going to kind of break this down, and I'm sorry if you guys understand this, but just work with me for a minute. So you get a free throw. So everybody stands to the side, and basically you get a free shot at the basket. So you get a free shot to make a point. So what does the other team do? The other team makes as much noise as they can. Why? They want to get in here, right? Because if they can throw you off on your mind game, if they can throw your game off, you're going to miss, right? And that's the whole object of the game, is to get you to miss so you don't score, okay? Same thing, think football. So let's say you go to a Colts game, or if you're out of state, you go to a football game or even a high school, college, middle school game. And so you've scored a touchdown or you decide to go for the 2-point conversion. It's a lot. Okay, anyway, when you're going to kick the ball through the field goal, okay? So when you're going to kick the ball, the kicker is the only person that can be by the ball. The kicker and the person holding the ball for him. Everybody else has to line up away from him. So what happens behind the field goal? Behind the yellow, looks like a V or a Y or whatever, everybody goes bonkers, right? Because they're screaming and they're yelling and they're trying to distract the kicker. If you can get in somebody's head and you can throw off their game, you mess up their self-esteem, they can't score. Okay, that's what this lesson is about today. This lesson is about not letting someone or something get inside your head and throw off your game and throw off your self-esteem, okay? Plain and simple. So think of your self-esteem. This is gonna seem kind of silly. but just work with me. I think it's super cute. So think of your self-esteem like a wall. It's like this little Lego wall. My son made this for me. So this is your self-esteem. You woke up, you feel good, life is great, you're bopping along, you're wearing your good outfit, you've played your good song in the morning, and somebody comes up to you and says, I don't like your outfit. Bloop. Dang, that feels kind of crummy, doesn't it? Okay, I can bounce back from that. Bopping along, bopping along, bopping along. You get your test back that you took, your spelling test from last week. Ooh, you didn't do that great. Oh, well, that's okay. Your wall just crumbled right there, okay? It's okay. You still have some wall left, right? So you're bopping along, somebody comes up to you, maybe you're on the cheerleading team or the football team or not, soccer team or track team, and someone says, you're not very good. And it takes more bricks out of your wall. And by the end of the day, if you keep letting people get into your head, you're gonna have no wall left, right? So let's work on this. I want you to think about a time that someone has said something to you just like that. Someone has said they don't like your outfit. Someone has said they don't think you're very good at something. Someone has said they don't think you're very smart. Someone has said they don't like your shoes. And think about how that made you feel. Okay? Now, think about how that would have made you feel if you knew or you had something in your mind that said, wait a minute, I know I'm a good cheerleader because I'm on the cheer team and you're not. Put your brick back on your wall, right? Or, wow, I had a bad spelling test, but last week I got 100. So I just had an off week. It's okay. Put your brick back on your wall. Or someone said they didn't like your shoes. Well, you stood in line, you know these are the newest shoes out and they are the best shoes, and this person is probably just jealous that they didn't get the shoes that you got. You know your shoes have it going on. Put your brick back on your wall, okay? So what I want you to do, our activity this week is a little bit different. So first of all, I want you to think about, on an average day, how is your self-esteem? So from a 1 to 10 rating, 1 being like, I feel crummy, I don't feel very great most days. Miss Nichelle, I have no wall, okay? 10 being like, Miss Nichelle, you cannot touch my wall. I know I have it going on. There's nothing you can say or do to me. And then 5, like, most days, okay, it kind of goes up and down. I want you to think about that and how you are most days, okay? Just think about that for a moment. And when you look at your worksheet, I want you to see that picture of that wall, because that's you and that's your wall. That is yours. Self-esteem is controlled by you. This is all you. You have the power, girls. You have the control, and nobody can take that away from you. And I need you to understand that. Nobody can take that away from you. This is all about overcoming obstacles. This is about overcoming adversity and moving forward. Someone can tell you whatever they want to tell you, but when you know up here what you know, it doesn't even matter. When you're going to shoot that free throw and the crowd's going wild and you know that you are the bomb free throw shooter, it doesn't even matter, because you tune it out. You tune out the noise, because all it is noise. When someone tries to attack you and tries to attack your self-esteem, ladies, it's noise. So what I need you to do, tune out the noise, okay? And just like when you put in your ear pods and you ignore us parents, because I have kids too, when you put in your ear pods and you're listening to your music, I need you to put in your imaginary ear pods and listen to those positive things. So when someone tells you you're not a good cheerleader and you know you are, I want you to automatically think, oh yes, I am. When someone says you're not that smart, you're not good at spelling, you're not good at sports, and you know you are, I want you to think, oh yes, I am. So I want you to turn over your worksheet. So we're going into page 2. And I gave you a couple of examples of negative things that could tear down your wall, okay? And I gave you one example of a positive. So how you could spin that around into a positive thought. So then I gave you some other ones that I want you to show me how you could turn those into positives. So, for example, I said, you're not a good friend. Give me an example of how you would turn that on in your head to show me that that's not true, to show yourself that that's not true, okay? The other example, you're not very smart. How would you turn that around in your head? Someone to say, I don't like your hair. How would you turn that around in your head? You may love your hair, okay? How would you turn that around? What would you say to yourself? You don't have to say anything back to them. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth sitting there arguing with someone who's typically someone that attacks you, has very, very low self-esteem. And they want to bring you down so that you feel low like them, okay? So I want you to stay in the high place. You've heard Michelle Obama say, when they go low, we go high. We're going to stay high, ladies, okay? I want you to stay high with that self-esteem. So I gave you some examples, okay, of some negative things, some things that will pull your wall down. And I want you to give me positives of how you're going to turn that around. And then I left 2 of them blank because I want you to give me 2 examples of something that someone has said to you that may have hurt your feelings, that may have made you feel bad, that may have lowered your self-esteem for that day or that moment or for that week. And I want you to show me or to write in there how you would turn that around into a positive for yourself. This is a really important activity because I'm going to tell you something. As you grow, as you get older, as you go through high school, as you go through college, as you become amazing, amazing young women and mothers and grandmothers and aunts, this will never, ever change. So once you master this skill now, it's going to be so easy for you, okay? Self-esteem, self. You control it. You control your confidence. I want you to work on that every day. On the second part of the worksheet, I gave you 2 examples of 2 songs. And one is by Demi Lovato and one is by Meghan Trainor. And they're both called I Love Me. And I want you to look at the lyrics and look at the differences in how they show their self-esteem. One has very, you can tell, one is a lower self-esteem and one is a very high self-esteem. So when you do your worksheet, I want you to make a note of who has the lower and who has the higher. And I want you, if you have time, to listen to those songs and just see how they make you feel. Just see what you think. Music is very powerful. I wake up every morning and listen to a song to get me going. Mine right now is Kirk Franklin's Smile. It just makes me feel good. It puts me in a good mood. It makes me feel very positive. Some days it's Meghan Trainor, Me Too. If I were you, I'd want to be me too, okay? So what is your song? What's your song that gets you going every day? You may have to sing it to yourself. You may not be able to turn the radio on real loud because everybody else is sleeping while you're getting ready for school or whatever you're doing. And then I want you to flip over to the very back side, and there's a picture of me, and it's by a wall that is very strong and very sturdy. And it is telling you that you are beautiful because, ladies, you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are loved. And I need you to remind yourself of that every day. So every morning when you go in the mirror, I want you to go in there and tell yourself, I love me, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I am powerful. Because I believe in you. but I need you to believe in you. And we're going to keep working on this, and we're going to keep drilling it in, because it is so important that you believe in you. Because when someone tells you that you can't do something, oh, girlfriend, yes, you can. And we are here to help you. That is what the Self-Esteem Academy is all about. I am so delighted to be here with you this week. Please make sure that you return your worksheet to me by May 30th to get credit. We are sending out prizes, but if you do not send in your worksheets, you do not get credit for the class. And in order to keep the classes going, I need to have your worksheets back, okay? You can take a picture of it and email it to me. On the YouTube page is my phone number. If you want to text it to me, that's fine. If you have questions, you have a situation that came up that you're not sure how you can flip it to a positive, we're here to help you. I'm here to help you. I want you to succeed. I want that self-esteem at a 10, but just know that every day it won't be a 10. It's very fluid. It'll go up and down, and that's normal. That's just life. But what we can do is not let anybody control this, because girls, that is yours. That is yourself. That is your confidence. That is your belief in you. And when you go to that free throw line of whatever it is in life, I want you to keep everybody out, all the chatter, all the noise, all the chaos, and I want you to focus on your goals. I am so glad to see you today. I am so thankful that you're here. I can't wait to see you and keep moving on this topic. If you have any questions, please let us know, and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful weather we're having. See you soon.